Hello dear watch freaks and welcome back to my channel, the Uhrenbox aka the Watch Box. Today we're gonna look at the Steeldive SD1978 aka the Mega Tuna, and it's really a Mega Tuna. The case diameter of this watch is 53 millimeters, so it's not for the small ones. It's a really big chunky guy, and for me it's absolutely the Terminator. It would be the watch for Arnie, I think. A great watch. It makes really fun to have it, but you need at least a 7.5 inch wrist like mine. Otherwise, I think it's just too big and too chunky, but it's a monoblock case. Enough talk, let's get on the table. Alright guys, let's do the review to the Steeldive SD1978 aka the Mega Tuna, or how I call that watch, aka the Terminator, because it's a so massive watch. It's absolutely Terminator. Alright, let's start as always with the dimensions. So we have a case diameter of, hold on guys, 52.5 millimeters. But it's just the underway. The bezel itself has just a diameter of 42.5 millimeters, 42.4. So it looks really small, smaller as it is. We don't have any lugs here, so it's really the 52.5 millimeters all over the case. Oh, let me see, 53.5 in the length. So it's a millimeter longer. We have a lug width of 22 millimeters. Yeah, it's 22. I know it because I have my bracelet there. I can just put it here. So here you go, 22 millimeters. And we have a case height of, it's a really big guy, like I said. It's 17.6 millimeters. Really chunky dimensions, really big. But I can wear it without any problems with my 7.5 inch. It's really amazing. So inside we have the Seiko NH35A. So it has a date wheel, it has 21,600 beats per hour. My watch is running with -1 to -5 seconds a day. That's really good for this movement. I normally like it in plus, so +1 or +5 seconds will be better for me. In the other hand, if it goes slower, you will never be late. So the case is a monoblock case. It's really awesome. As I got it on the first time, I was really excited. The finishing is really nice. As you can see, we have the backside here. It's very nice, brushed and with all the details and a logo engraved. Absolutely well done by Steeldive here. There is nothing where I say it's bad. Then the case itself has also a case. So this element here is held with 4 screws here, and it protects the watch if you go really deep diving, so you can't really harm the watch itself. It's completely 316L stainless steel, and also the brushing on this case here, it's circular, it's even, and it just looks great. There is no sharp edges on mine, especially here on the lugs. There is a little bit sharper. Maybe some people will say it's too sharp. I find it okay. Yeah, I mean, I also find it okay for the Submariner V3 from St. Martin. I said it's not so sharp, but a lot of people saying it's too sharp. So I'm holding a little bit back with my opinion here. But like I said, it's my opinion, so it's all good. This is my bracelet, which I already showed in my tuna reviews, but the original one is here. The original one is also very, very good, as you can see here. The only reason I swapped it out is because I don't want to get scratched on the original one, and this one has push pins. So that's the only difference here against the bracelet I have. It has screw links. You guys know I like it. And this was the first watch from Steeldive with the engraved clasp here. So you have the logo and the name engraved. Really nice, very well done, Steeldive. But why do you use the stamped clasp? You guys know I have the link in my description. You can get for $5 the better clasp, a proper clasp. The outside is still pressed, but the inner one not. Yeah, that one I will show you. That's the clasp I have now on this one. Here you go. This is how it looks. It costs just €5 or $5, something like that. Really cheap, but very, very nice. I will swap it out, but I wanted to keep the engraved clasp, so I had to use it with this one. The bracelet is all over 22 millimeters, the original one also. Like I said, completely stainless steel. Absolutely good workmanship here from Steeldive. Then we have the bezel. It's a ceramic inlay, full loomed in BGW9. Yeah, let me give you the loom shot right now. As you can see, the indexes and the hands are C3 and the bezel is in BGW9. Also the workmanship on the bezel, as you can see on the macros, as you can see here, it's very well machined. I think it's the best bezel right now from Steeldive. The workmanship is absolutely classy and the clicks are good. It doesn't sound too loud because you have a lot of stainless steel around the bezel, but I give you a taste of the sound. As you heard, the bezel action is good. Really, really nice. Almost no backplay. It's like a half click. Not even a half click. It's really, really nothing. Also very good job here, because I think they used really a spring stainless steel thing here instead of this 2-pin bezels. The bezel action is very, very nice, and the glass is sapphire crystal. Let's have a look here. Very strong read, as you can see. Absolutely nice. And the bezel, as you can see, stands a lot of above the glass. So it's a flat piece of sapphire crystal, as you saw, and the glass is deeper inside the case in the bezel, so it got also a protection here from the bezel. Very well done. There is no sharp edges. It's stainless steel frame here. It's really a good watch from Steeldive. I'm really impressed. And you guys know I have really bashed the Steeldive Sumo. A friend of mine has written me personally and said, dude, you really have bashed that Sumo, but you guys know the luck's really bad on the Sumo, so we don't need to talk about that, but let's continue on this review. The dial itself is a matte black dial. I would really like to see more glossy black dials from Steeldive, because the matte black dial looks more like grayish, so it's anthracite and it's not really a deep black as you would wish. But what is really nice, again, the black date wheel. Thank you, Steeldive, to put a black date wheel on this watch, because I say it always, I really love it if the producer puts the date wheel in combination with the dial. Yes, it's not much more expensive for them. It's really easy, and they also can buy them with black date wheels, so I don't know why they use the white one sometimes, but never mind. On the 12th we have the logo and the name Steeldive over the 6 automatic and 1000 meters. I don't know, guys, if these watches can hold really 1000 meters. I mean, I was swimming with all my watches. That's not the problem, but I don't think that this watch will really survive 1000 meters. I don't think Steeldive is really testing them till to 1000 meters. I can't believe it. If so, let me know in the comments. I will correct this review immediately. We have a chapter ring, a minute track on the outer side. We have the hour indexes, and they are all applied lume, so it's printed in the end. The handset is very nice brushed, big sword hands here. I like that because it fits very well to the watch. They're also almost on the minute track, on the indexes. That's good. The second hand could be a little bit longer for my taste. It's in white. It's perfectly okay. But instead of doing it like a lollipop in the end, I would have preferred to have a full lume second hand, because the colors would match more better. So you have a really white second hand, and you see that the indexes and the other hands more yellowish green because of the C3, but everything fine. It looks still very good. We have a signed crown at the 4 o'clock position. It's a screw down crown, of course, and it's really a big one. So again here, I think it's like I said, the big tank case here. You don't hear any popping of the crown if you unscrew it. So it's unusual a little bit. So you don't really know, is it unscrewed or not? On the first position you have the date, and on the second, hacking, hand winding, and positioning the time. It screws very well inside. That's also a positive thing on this watch. On some other watches from Steeldive, you feel this grinding on the screws here. But on this one, not. It's really good. Overall, my impression, a good watch. So I will give you some wrist shots with also a silicone strap in the end. But that's all about the watch. So I guess it's time for the Karga score. And yeah, the build quality, I give a 8 out of 10. It's the first Steeldive which gets 8 of 10 here. The build quality is really, really nice. Like I said, on the legs, these two sharper edges, they could improve that a little bit. Yeah, maybe the bracelet and the glass, but I have said a lot about the bracelet and the clasps in my other reviews. You guys know what I think about Steeldive and their bracelet and straps. For the specifications, let's also give an 8 out of 10. It could be a 10 out of 10 because of the monoblock case and everything, but Steeldive is still hanging on the NH35, and this watch costs around 200 euros, and I think they need to use the PT5000. If you go pricely to 200 euros, you need to use and give us customers a PT5000, so a high beat movement. I think it will suit these watches. It's also a little bit more premium to the NH35 because it's certified and it's running really, really well. But yeah, this watch also runs very good, so I'm not really complaining about it, but it would give the last drop of water, yeah? The look gets a solid 7 out of 10. I really like the Tuna, and this guy, it looks awesome, yeah? It's really high, it's really big, chunky. It's like you're wearing a tank on your wrist. I like it. So, and value of cost, yeah, I mentioned a little bit. It could have a PT5000, so I give a 7 out of 10. I think that's really fair. In total, we have 30 points out of 40. That's a really, really good score for this watch, and it earns this scoring. Really fantastic watch. I like it, and would I recommend it? Absolutely, but you need at least 7.5 inch wrist, otherwise it will be too big and too chunky for you. So this big guy is really for big guys. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in, and yeah, don't miss, if you love this watch, if you want to get your hands, please use the link in the description or on my other watches. Go always in the video description and click those links, please. It will help this channel to grow up. Thanks you very, very much, and stay healthy. Your Karga.